Have you ever wondered what stresses teachers the most? Well, let's dive into the world of teaching, where stress is a constant companion. Teachers, like all of us, grapple with stressors, but theirs are unique, often underappreciated, and numerous. Today, we're going to delve into the top 10 elements that can easily ramp up the stress levels for teachers. So, buckle up and prepare yourself for an enlightening journey into understanding their challenges. Stay tuned as we uncover the top 10 things that stress teachers the most. First on our list is the high workload. Picture this: the school bell rings signaling the end of the day. But for many teachers, the work is far from over. There are lessons to be planned, papers to be graded, and a host of other responsibilities that often spill over into their personal time. This is not just about spending a few extra hours in the classroom. It's about evenings spent marking essays when they could be unwinding, and weekends sacrificed to craft engaging lesson plans. It's about the pressure to juggle multiple roles, from being an educator to a counselor, all while keeping up with the administrative tasks that come with the job. This constant race against the clock, the feeling of always being on, can be immensely stressful. Thus, an overwhelming workload is a significant stressor for teachers. Next, we have the lack of resources. Imagine trying to paint a masterpiece, but all you have are 3 colors and a worn-out brush. That's what it's like for teachers working without adequate resources. They're expected to create vibrant, engaging learning experiences, but often they're given little more than the basics to do so. Think about it. From outdated textbooks to limited technology, the scarcity of materials can hinder a teacher's ability to effectively educate their students. And it's not just about tangible items. It extends to intangible resources too, like time for planning or professional development opportunities. Moreover, when resources are scarce, teachers often dip into their own pockets to fill the gaps. This financial burden adds another layer of stress. Teachers aren't just educators, they're also resource managers, often making do with less. Without the right resources, teaching becomes a stressful task. It's like trying to quench a thirst with a leaky cup. You can keep pouring, but you'll never quite fill it up. Thirdly, we have classroom management. This is a multifaceted challenge that can often stress teachers. Picture this: a classroom teeming with students, each with their unique learning style, behavior pattern, and pace. Some may grasp concepts quickly, while others may need a bit more time. Some may be quiet and attentive, while others may be a bit more restless. Managing such diversity can be like juggling balls while tap dancing. It's not just about maintaining discipline, but also about ensuring that each student is engaged and learning at their own pace. Teachers have to constantly adapt their teaching techniques to cater to all these different needs, and that's no small feat. And then there's the issue of disruptive behavior. A single disruptive student can throw off an entire lesson plan. Dealing with these disruptions while ensuring the class continues smoothly can be a daunting task. Classroom management indeed tests a teacher's patience and resilience. Fourth on our list is low pay. Teachers are tasked with shaping the minds of future generations, and yet, their compensation often doesn't reflect the magnitude of this responsibility. Despite their hard work, dedication, and the long hours they put into lesson planning, marking, or even continuing their own education, many teachers find themselves grappling with financial stress. Imagine having a job that demands so much of your time and energy, and yet, at the end of the day, you're left wondering if you can make ends meet. This can lead to feelings of discouragement and even burnout. Some teachers even need to take on additional jobs just to secure a decent living. It's a sad reality that those who play a pivotal role in our society are often undervalued. The financial strain of low pay is a significant issue. It's an added pressure that teachers don't need on top of their already demanding roles. Low pay indeed adds financial stress to the many challenges teachers face. Fifth, we have lack of parental support. Imagine trying to build a house, but the carpenter and the architect are working independently without ever communicating. That's what it can feel like for teachers when there's a lack of parental involvement. Teachers are the architects, designing the educational blueprint, while parents are the carpenters, helping to shape the students' learning at home. When these two forces aren't working in harmony, it can lead to a shaky foundation for the student. This lack of support can not only make teaching more challenging, but also add an extra layer of stress. Teachers may find themselves spending more time on behavior management and less on actual teaching. They might feel like they're rowing against the current, trying to make progress but constantly being pushed back. It's a tough pill to swallow. knowing that their efforts might not be fully realized without that crucial parental backing. Without parental support, teachers are left to handle all challenges alone. Sixth, we have standardized testing. This may seem like a straightforward task, but it's often a major stressor for teachers. Picture this. You're responsible for ensuring your students perform well on these tests. Tests that are used to measure not just the student's progress, but your effectiveness as a teacher as well. You're not just teaching subject matter, you're teaching to the test, which can limit your freedom to be creative, to adapt your teaching style to the needs of your students. It's not just about understanding the material anymore, it's about understanding it in the specific way the test requires it. And then there's the pressure on the students to perform, which in turn becomes pressure on you to ensure they do. This is not just a test, it's a reflection on you, your skills, and your ability. The pressure of standardized tests indeed weighs heavy on teachers. Seventh on our list is lack of appreciation. Picture this. You've spent countless hours preparing lesson plans, grading papers, and going the extra mile to ensure your students succeed. Yet, it seems to go unnoticed. This reality is all too familiar for many educators. Lack of recognition and appreciation for their tireless efforts can lead to job dissatisfaction and stress among teachers. Think about it. A word of gratitude, a note of thanks, an acknowledgement of their hard work can go a long way. It's not just about the monetary rewards, but the emotional satisfaction that comes from knowing your work is valued. Sadly, in many instances, this appreciation is missing. It's like an artist painting a masterpiece, but no one stops to admire it. This lack of appreciation can dampen a teacher's spirit, making their job feel like an uphill battle. Lack of appreciation indeed takes a toll on a teacher's morale. Eighth, we have constant changes in curriculum. Now imagine this. You've spent countless hours preparing lesson plans, only to find out that the curriculum has changed. Again, it's like trying to hit a moving target. Frequent curriculum changes can make the job of a teacher incredibly challenging. They're not just modifying a lesson plan, they're revising syllabi, adjusting teaching strategies, and often relearning entire subjects. It's a massive undertaking that requires time, energy, and a lot of patience. Moreover, these changes can impact the quality of education. Teachers, in their rush to keep up with the shifting curriculum, may not have the time to fully grasp or effectively deliver the new material. This can lead to stress, not only for the teacher but also for the students who are trying to keep up. So while curriculum changes are often well-intentioned, aiming to keep education current and relevant, they can also create a pressure cooker environment for teachers. Constant curriculum changes indeed keep teachers on their toes. Ninth, we have bullying, a word that carries a weighty impact on both students and teachers. It's not just about the victims, it's also about those who are tasked with maintaining a safe, respectful environment in the classroom. Imagine being a teacher, witnessing harmful behaviors, and feeling the responsibility to intervene. The stress comes not only from the act of intervention, but also from the fear of making the wrong decision, of not being able to protect every student, or of inadvertently escalating the situation. Furthermore, bullying isn't always blatant. It can be subtle, hidden beneath the surface, making it a challenging task for teachers to identify and address. The pressure to create a bully-free zone can be immense, often leading to sleepless nights and constant worry. And then there's the aftermath. The emotional toll it takes on the students can reflect back on the teacher, adding another layer of stress. Bullying indeed creates a stressful environment for teachers. And lastly, we have personal life stress. Life outside of the classroom is not always smooth sailing, and teachers, just like everyone else, are not immune to the ups and downs of personal life. They may be dealing with relationship issues, financial stress, health concerns, or the loss of a loved one. These personal stressors don't just stay at home when the teacher heads to school. In fact, these stresses can seep into their work life, adding an extra layer of pressure on top of the already overwhelming demands of teaching. They may find it harder to keep their focus, to maintain their energy levels, or to be as patient and understanding as they usually are with their students. The intertwining of personal and professional life stress can lead to heightened overall stress levels, which can affect not just their own well-being, but also their effectiveness as educators. Personal life stress indeed can add to the pile of stressors that teachers have to deal with. And there you have it, the top 10 things that stress teachers the most. They grapple with high workload, scarcity of resources, and classroom management. They endure low pay, lack of parental support, and the pressure of standardized testing. They face a lack of appreciation, constant changes in curriculum, bullying, and personal life stress. Recognizing these challenges is the first step towards supporting our educators. Remember, understanding these stressors can help us better support and appreciate our teachers. Thank you for watching.